Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series, where I preview and predict every 2022 Men's College Basketball Conference Tournament. Now up is the Southland, and before Southland, we have done the NEC, the Atlantic Sun, Horizon, Patriot, Big South, Ohio Valley, Missouri Valley, Sun Belt, West Coast, SoCon, America East, CAA, Summit, ACC, Big West, Conference USA, Metro Atlantic, and WAC. And this is number 19 of 32. And it is indeed the Southland Conference. The tournament will be held at the Merrill Center in Katy, Texas, as it is each and every year. 8 teams in the tournament. We will go through the seedings right now. Your 1 seed in this tournament is Nichols, who went 11-3 in conference play and 21-10 on the season. Your 2 seed, Southeast Louisiana, 18-13 on the season, 10-4 in conference play. Your 3 seeds, New Orleans, 17-12 on the year, 10-4 in conference play. Your 4 seed is A&M Corpus Christi, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, that is, 20-11 on the year, 7-7 in conference play. Your 5 seed is Houston Baptist, 10-17 on the year, 6-8 in conference play. Your 6 seed is Northwestern State, 9-22 on the season, 5-9 in conference play. Your 7 seed is McNeese, 10-21 on the year, 4-10 in conference play. And your 8 seed, Incarnate Word, 7-24 on the season, 3-11 in conference play. The first round begins on Wednesday, March 9th. You have at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Central, 8 seed Incarnate Word against the 5 seed Houston Baptist. Incarnate Word, pretty balanced. 5 guys averaging double figures a game, led by RJ Glasper at 15.7 points per game. And Houston Baptist, 2 guys averaging double figures per game, led by Darius Lee at 18.3 points per game, 8.3 rebounds a game, and 3.2 assists per game. So he's a great all-around player, probably the best player on the court in this game. My projection is Houston Baptist by 2 5/8, total 147.5. Therefore, I have Lee and Houston Baptist advancing to the second round. Second of 2 first-round games on March 9th. You have 7 seed McNeese and 6 seed Northwestern State. McNeese, 3 guys averaging double figures per game, led by forward Christian Chamate at 12.6 points per game and 6.7 boards per game. And Northwestern State, 2 guys averaging double figures game, led by center Kendall Coleman, 15.5 per game, 10.1 boards per game. So double-double machine. My projection here is Northwestern State by 3/8, total 154 and 1/20th. And Coleman and Northwestern State I have advancing to the second round. All right. Second round is Thursday, March 10th. You have 5 seed Houston Baptist, 4 seed A&M Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi, 2 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Isaac Machilla at 14.1 points per game and 9.5 rebounds per game. Projection is Corpus Christi by 7 7/8. So therefore, if Machilla and Corpus Christi moving on. And the second of 2 second-round games, 6 seed Northwestern State and 3 seed New Orleans. New Orleans, 2 guys averaging double figures a game. One of the better scorers in this conference, Derek St. Hilaire at 20.8 points per game. And they have Trey Green, too, at 16-1 a game, 5.9 boards per game. I have New Orleans projected as a 8 5/8 favorite. So therefore, I have New Orleans advancing to the semifinals. Semifinals, Friday, March 11th. 4 seed A&M Corpus Christi, 1 seed Nichols. Nichols the best team in the conference, in my opinion, this year. They have 3 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Ty Gordon at 21.6 points per game. And they also have Devontae Carter at 11.7 a game and Latrell Jones at 11.5 per game. My projection here is Nichols by 6 3/8. So therefore, I have Nichols advancing to the championship. And then the second of the two semifinal games, 3 seed New Orleans, 2 seed Southeast Louisiana. Southeast Louisiana, pretty balanced team, led by Gus Okafor, 15.2 points per game. They also have Jalen Hinton at 14-1 a game, Keon Clergoat at 13-1 a game, and Joe Kasperzik at 10-3 a game. My projection for this, I have New Orleans actually as a 1 1/8 favorite in this spot. I think St. Hilaire is the best player on the court in this game, so therefore I have New Orleans advancing to the Southland Conference Championship game, which will take place on Saturday night, March 12th, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on ESPN2. 3 seed New Orleans, 1 seed Nichols. You have talent everywhere from a Southland standpoint. St. Hilaire is really good, as is Ty Gordon on Nichols. I think those guys could go mano a mano, basket per basket in this matchup. And I just think that Nichols is just better than New Orleans. I project them as a 3-point favorite over New Orleans. So therefore, I have the Nichols Colonials winning the 2022 Southland Conference Tournament to punch a ticket to the big dance. Abilene Christian won it last year, and they obviously are not in this conference anymore. They had the upset last year over Texas that cost Shaka Smart his job, pretty much. 2 years ago, it was canceled because of COVID. Stephen F. Austin probably would have won that one. And App Christian won in 2019. Stephen F. Austin in 18. New Orleans won it in 17. So New Orleans has a possibility to win their first title, Southland title, in a bunch of years. So we'll see. And I think Nichols is a deserving team to go to the big dance. And I think Ty Gordon can match baskets with some of these other good players that they could potentially face depending on who the matchup is. So odds for this tournament. We'll see if I have them. I do. Nichols is a plus 115 favorite. New Orleans is plus 390. Southeast Louisiana and Corpus Christi are each 5-1. McNeese is 17-1. Houston Baptist is 23-1. Northwestern State is 27-1. Incarnate Word is 85-1. If I had to pick a long shot team to potentially steal this conference tournament, I would say, actually, as crazy as it sounds, Houston Baptist at 23-1. The case is that they have a player that does it all. You gotta love the do-it-all players in college basketball, and obviously that do-it-all player is Darius Lee, who I spoke about earlier. Leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists. So my long shot pick to potentially steal this conference tournament is Houston Baptist, and I'll take them as my long shot pick at 23-1, but my actual pick will be Nicholls State at plus 115. All right, so there you have it for the Southland. Next up is a fun one, the Atlantic 10. So that should be a really fun one to do with all those teams.